So angle measure worksheet number 1. Name the vertex of angle 4. This is angle 4, this little piece right here. But you can see it's also, this is the vertex B, but you can't call the vertex B for just this angle because it's also the vertex of the big angle and of angle 3. So I'm going to have to name all 3 letters in this angle. So this is going to be called, this vertex is actually D, B, A. Number 4. Classify each angle as right, acute, or obtuse, then use a protractor to measure the angle to the nearest degree. Well, I can't use a protractor on the smartboard, but I can determine if it's right, acute, or obtuse. So we're talking about angle MPR. Here's 90 degrees. This angle right here is 90 degrees. So if we're talking about this angle, it has to be obtuse because obtuse means bigger than 90 or greater than 90. If you need help using the protractor, just come see Mrs. Flip or myself. I got a measurement of approximately 122. You should be pretty close to that, within 1 or 2 degrees of that number. Okay, number 1 on the back, it says if measure of angle PQT is 60, so if this PQT is 60 and PQS, this little piece, is 4x plus 14, find the value of x. Okay? So if the whole thing is 60 and this piece is 4x plus 14, in the directions it says that QS bisects PQT. QS bisects this angle here. So if it bisects, it means it cuts it in half, which means that this angle is equal to this angle. So if we know one of them, we know that the other one is the same thing. So we're going to say, this is how we're going to solve it, 4x plus 14, and we're going to double that. All of that equals 60. There's a couple ways you could do it. You could just say 4x plus 4x, which gives you 8x. You don't have to write, you don't have to do it exactly this way. You could have said 4x plus 4x is 8x. 14 plus 14 is 28. Both of those angles, that represents both of those angles, and that equals 60. And then we just solve. And we have 8x equals, let's see, 32. Divide. And we get x equals, so x equals 4. So we found the value of x. X equals 4. Number 3. Let's read the directions in the figure BA. Rays BA and ray BC are opposite rays. BF, ray BF, bisects CBE. So this angle here and this angle here are congruent. They're equal. Okay. If EBF equals 6x plus 4 and CBF equals 7x minus 2, find EBF. We know these two are equal, so we're going to set them equal. So 6x plus 4 equals 7x minus 2. I like to move my smaller x's over to the bigger side, so I'm going to subtract my 6x. 4 equals x minus 2. Get rid of the 2. X equals 6. Now the question is, find the measure of angle EBF. Doesn't say find x. So here's EBF. We're going to plug in the 6 that we found. And solve. 6 times 6 is 36. 36 plus 4 is 40. So the measure of angle EBF equals 40. Okay. Number 6. Let the measure of angle 1 equal the measure of angle 2. If ABE, here's 1 and 2, so ABE, they're talking about the whole thing, equals 100. Okay. And ABD equals 2 times the quantity R plus 5. Find R and DBE. Okay, so we know that this angle 1 and this angle 2 are equal, because in the directions it said that, in the problem it said that angle 1 and angle 2 were equal. So we're given that. So that means if angle 1 is this quantity, then so is angle 2. So we're just going to double them. So 2R plus 5 plus 2R plus 5. And there's several ways you could do this. I'm just going to do it this way. We've got to distribute the 2, so we have 2R plus 10 plus 2R plus 10 equals 100. Combine our like terms. So we have 4R plus 20 equals 100. Get rid of the 20. For R equals 80. R equals 20. Okay, well that was one of our questions. Find R. So R equals 20. The other question is find DBE. DBE. Well, we're just going to plug it back in. We know that DBE is 2. We know our R is 20. Okay. Do inside the parentheses first. 2 times 25 equals 50. And that makes sense because we know the whole thing is 100. So this has to be 50 and this has to be 50.